Guys, it's great to have y'all back on the show. We got the dudes from Set for the Fall on to talk about some news that they have, some kind of fundraising that they're doing for the next record. But first off, let's go around and have everybody kind of introduce themselves again, just so that everybody can keep up with who all is on the call.
Sweet. Well, oh gosh. All right.
I'm also here.
All right, so I'm Donovan. I play guitar and I do screams in the band.
I'm Harrison. I play lead guitar.
I'm Joey, and I'm the lead singer. I don't do any screams. I'm just kidding. I do.
All right, I felt like mine was really weird.
No, you guys did fine. You guys did fine. It's all good. Cool deal. So for those people who don't know, you guys have just launched just a couple of days ago an IndieGoGo campaign to raise funds for your second record. Just in general, why are you guys choosing to go with IndieGoGo this time around?
We broke.
Yeah, we do. I was gonna say Donovan, but I mean, kind of in line with what Eric said, we put a lot of time and we've already spent some of our own money, just getting this album written. And like I said, we've recorded some ideas and gotten a couple tracks recorded ourselves. It's going to take a lot more money than what we have collectively to get this thing finished.
Right, and just to tag off of that, we have poured in, like Joey was saying, some of our own funds into it because our goal for it is to be, we want to outshine our current album that's out right now, 3 Nails. Right. And by doing that, it's going to cost a little more. We have already started some of the process of recording some of the songs, but we just need the help of finishing up the album.
Getting everything onto a record. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that comes even after you've done the recording. I mean, the mixing, the mastering, the getting it put on a CD. I mean, it's expensive. I mean, we've got a lot of good friends and people on this record and helping us out a lot with the cost. So, I know if we were going to Nashville and some of those areas, which is not to say it's a bad area to go, you're going to get good quality, but it would probably cost us twice as much. So. Right,
and not including like lodging and fuel to get there.
Oh, come on, that's just free, man. I mean, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
when you stay
we chose IndieGoGo because I feel like we can offer a lot more with that, with the packages and stuff. Like, you're not just giving us money for the sake of giving us money. You're getting something in return. So I think that's really awesome.
The other reason too we went with IndieGoGo and we really like is, some of the other ones, I think you have to reach your full goal or you can't. I mean, you get nothing. This one, hey, whatever people do, whatever it ends up being, it helps us get more of the record done. We'll figure it out, but we really want to be able to make sure that no matter what, we finish what we're doing and we can get those packages out to them. Whereas if, I think one of them, I think it's Kickstarter. If you don't get the full amount, then you get nothing. You can't move forward, at all. With this, we can still move forward.
That makes sense. So you guys had mentioned that y'all are at least started in the process of recording. About how far along would you say you are at this point?
I think we've got we recorded 2 tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, we got tracks finished, and I think are they mastered? They're not mastered yet. We just got mixed up and stuff. So we're really, hopefully we'll be able to release some teasers. I know we've been teasing some, but actually maybe release a song so you guys can actually hear what the direction of the album is going. I will tell you, buckle up and get ready for a ride because this thing is it's a pretty intense album.
Nice.
I think our IndieGoGo says a lot. This is written about everything we've experienced in the last 2 years. A lot of emotion has gone into this album, and it's pretty heavy. It's really heavy. So.
And also going off of that too, like when I said I'm trying to make this album bigger, is we are going to be having some guest appearances in this album that we've already started negotiations on.
Okay. Nice. Any hints you can give us towards that end?
They both scream.
Okay. All right. Well, fair enough.
I don't know if we should give any more than that. I don't know. Anybody else got any good ones? But I mean, they both scream pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's Lecrae. I know it's Lecrae, right? I mean,
Lecrae.
Soiled again.
Oh man.
Just kidding. Okay, so well, I mean, you got to be ready to saddle up your horses, because you got a trail to blaze.
For sure.
So now, with that being the case, would you say that regardless of whether or not these things completely pan out, would you say that this album is bound to have more screaming than the last?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's still a good, like I would say 80 singing and then 20 screaming.
Okay.
But the thing is dynamically, like Donovan coming in, Donovan sings really well. And then on top of that, Donovan over the last 2 years has found some way. I mean, I swear he went to like college to learn how to scream. So he's adding a lot more to this record. There's a lot more dynamics in the vocals on this record than previously. So
I'm also really, really good.
Harrison and Jeff did a group vocal on here. That's pretty cool. You'll hear that on the record, I'm sure.
It's the best scream there.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Aside from there being more screams and it, I guess, seeming a little heavier than the last one inherently, is there anything else that you know of at this point that current fans may be surprised by with the next record?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, I definitely think the special guest, if things go the way they're looking, I think they'll definitely be surprised by who's going to be on the album with us.
Okay.
Right.
I think dynamically the whole record is...
Yes.
Dynamically, it's insane. It's like you go from the hardest song we've ever written to the poppiest, softest song we've ever written.
Yeah, we've got like a ballad like type. I don't want to call it a ballad. I mean, like I said, it's definitely a mixture of all of our influences. And like Harrison saying, dynamically, I've heard the two songs, and I don't know how we record. I just don't even know how we wrote the songs. I'm like, is that us? Is that really happening? It sounds so good, like when we all put it together, working with the producers, and it came together. I'm really excited about what's going to go on this record.
Definitely.
We have written everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everything's written. Yeah, the whole record's done. It's all written.
Nice. Now, with the IndieGoGo, of course, the things that bands, I think, either enjoy the most about the IndieGoGo process or Kickstarter or crowdfunding in general, or they dislike the most, depending on the band, is coming up with the packages and coming up with things to reward or thank fans for pledging at a certain level. How was that falling for you? Did you guys really enjoy it, or was it something like, man, this is just difficult?
I think
I remember sitting outside of Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we were sitting outside for a while.
2 hours.
I think the hardest part was trying to find the perfect package to fit the dollar amount. Like we weren't trying to give like $100 and you just get a download. We wanted to make sure the backers were getting something worth their money in the investment or in the donation they were giving us. I think that's where we were. That was the hardest.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, like I said, making sure that there's you spend a certain amount. Like we want them to get a lot for helping us. I mean, because without these backers, we would not be able to do this album the way we really want to do it. So,
just to tag off.
Go ahead.
Sorry. I mean, just to like get one of the backer bundles, it's called the Bang for Your Buck bundle, and you basically get everything we have to offer for $200, which is 3 T-shirts,
wow,
a vinyl, a wall flag, sunglasses, a hat, downloads, and the physical album. So like you're getting a lot for that amount.
Yep.
Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Now, is there a package that you were especially proud of that you came up with?
Yeah, man, I think that one's like you get everything we have to offer on our merch table, and you're getting an exclusive T-shirt that's just for the people that are backing, this album. So, I mean, we were able to figure a way out where, it's not going to break the bank, but it helps us get this album done and helps us reward people for believing in us and helping us, realize our dream. And also the commitment we have to this industry and to the fans to give them a solid album that hopefully will help them in their day-to-day lives. Like I think a lot of this record, people will be able to listen to it and be like, I've gone through that as well. And it gives you kind of a message of hope.
Okay, nice. Now, is there a certain producer that you guys are working with, or are you guys doing this in-house? How's that working out?
Yeah, we go to my studio. It's called Low Budget Studios.
Nice.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just no, I don't have that knowledge base to give quality. We actually work with Brandon from Decipher Down and John Harrell.
Cool.
Yeah, we spent about a week with them just
knocking out ideas
and ripping out all the stuff that was like, we just trimmed the fat and put extra in. I think when we brought it to them, they were very impressed with the album to the point where I think, what do we do? Rewrite one song completely. That's it.
No, we wrote every song Harrison brought. Oh my God, whatever.
All 10 of them?
Oh man.
Oh man.
I will say this, the last album was 10 songs. We've gone above and beyond. We had written 12 songs for this album, 12 brand new songs. So it was a feat in itself. We spent a lot of time writing before we even went to Brandon and them and asked them what they thought and if they wanted to be a part of the project. We spent a good 2 months just sitting in a room and writing as much as possible and trying to make them as good as possible before we even brought them to anybody who we knew would be like, yeah, that's garbage. You need to take that part out, So, we still had some moments like that where we felt like we really were like, oh, this is cool. And they were like, nope, that's not cool. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, going off of that, I know Harrison and we're constantly bouncing ideas back and forth to each other. We're sending each other voice memos of stuff, and majority of the time we're like, yeah, it's kind of lame. Like I wrote a song recently, and it sounded like it could be on a Halo battle scene, and I was like, we need to completely change this whole song. I mean, the writing process is always going on in the background. Like we've written what we have now for this new album. I know me and Harrison are already planning on writing for the next album, just so we have stuff to work with.
Okay.
We learned a lot, and what's cool about this album, a lot of pressure. I didn't feel as much pressure because Jeff, Harrison, and Donovan came in. They had fully written some songs. They had written lyrics for songs, and then we kind of just started writing the rest of the songs together. And then we even had a friend from another band who came in on a writing session. I mean, we really wanted more diversity and, like I said, more dynamics and, kind of break us out of our bubble of how we normally wrote or how we used to write. We wanted something that was more organic, something that we could write and be proud of and be like, that really pushed us. This album really pushed us musically.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're very proud of Three Nails and how that album came out, but this album it's ridiculous.
Step in the maturity level of just us as musicians and working together. We've been playing together for the last 2 years, this lineup. And we've just learned a lot about each other and how to work with each other. And I think it definitely showed in how these songs have been written. And like I said, even recording the couple songs that we've done, we went in there and we knocked it out. And, we didn't have a lot of downtime. We were working the entire time.
Now, one thing that a lot of times can happen with crowdfunding campaigns is the idea of a stretch goal, where if you, of course, you hit your goal and you still got couple of weeks left or however long, you say, okay, well, we made this, now here's a new goal. If you guys hit this, then we're going to do X. Has there been any thought put to that as of yet?
Well, I know right now our goal is the full fund is $15,000.
Right.
We've never tried to even raise that much money.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If we get close to that, I'm sure we will have something ready. I mean, there's I don't know what Donovan. Go ahead and finish your idea, man. I haven't even thought about that. I just want to get to that.
Yeah, I mean, like Joey was saying in the beginning, even if we don't hit that mark, the money that we do raise is definitely going to help out a lot with helping us push forward on this project. I know me and Joey were talking yesterday, and he said, if we hit our goal, I will shave my beard.
Ooh.
I will go to my favorite barbershop. I will.
No, Harrison's going to do it.
No, heck no. They use a straight razor. Ain't nobody coming close to me with a straight razor. Heck no. I mean, even little.
You ever seen Sweeney Todd?
Yeah. Definitely not happening. You know, something funny like that. But I do know that if we were to raise extra money, it does nothing but help us. We would not pocket any of that money. It would go into the band for maybe another recording,
right?
Like video, anything we can do to help push this record even further.
Yeah, definitely. Because the 15,000 is just all going
recording.
Just recording. And so anything extra will definitely help out with radio promotions. We already have someone that we talked to that's willing to help us with radio.
Nice.
But it gets super pricey with that. He quoted me. He said depending on what kind of package you get, you're looking at $5,000 to $20,000 for a decent radio package, which is mind blowing to me.
Yes, it is.
But that is the industry we live in, because people want the singles, which I would gladly say we've heard on good authority. People who have heard the 2 songs, but also have been along with us. I feel like coming from them, when they say, hey, you guys have multiple singles on this upcoming album, that's a good sign. That's something great that you want to hear. You don't want to hear, oh, your whole album's built off this one single.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this album is definitely the strongest thing that we've done together and written, even though we just have one album. But I really feel like we're going to have 3 to 4 singles off this record, definite,
Okay.
and they're going to be able to appear in different genres per se, mainstream, Christian radio, your top 40 and stuff like that. So
cool.
It's going to be cool.
Nice. Very cool. Man, so now one thing that you guys had kind of briefly touched on was the fact that, you guys have been touring with this lineup for 2 years. Now, this is not the exact same lineup that you guys recorded Three Nails with. Is that correct?
The only people that are present, no, Donovan was in the band with Three Nails on the back half.
Okay.
Jeff is the newest addition to the band.
Right.
But again, this whole album was recorded by the 4 individuals that have been around for the last 2 years, whereas the first album, I don't know, it was like 6 songs were recorded by a completely different band, and then only 4 were recorded with Harrison and Donovan.
Okay.
Well,
nice.
I wasn't even present for
the recording.
Yeah,
he helped us get the scratch tracks, but he unfortunately had to go to Texas. He lost some family members at that time. So,
okay. How do you think that that's affected the sound of the new record? I mean, obviously it's going to be heavier, it's going to be more screaming, but other than that, I mean, you guys having a solid lineup that you guys have been touring with for a while, and it being the current lineup, how do you think that's changed things?
I know that from a lot of people that we've met through these 2 years of touring, they've all been kind of waiting to hear what we'd be coming out with, because since they knew that there was a new lineup, that the thumbprint of the sound was going to completely change from the Three Nails album.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a lot of people were anticipating and waiting to see what we'd come out with next. We tried to stay somewhat similar to that style, because I mean, Joey is like the only member that's been in the lineups over the years. So he's kind of kept us. He kind of has that thumbprint.
And this is Joey. I'm saying, like, adding to what he said, I always wrote a certain way. What I love about this record is these 3 guys push me, and I'll even say Benny from another band pushed me to get outside of my box and say, okay, let's do something different. Joey, try to sing a different melody. Let's think like this. And it pushed me on this record. And I know, while we were recording those 2 songs, just each one of us was pushing each other to play harder, to play a faster riff here. And I feel like it collectively came out as the most brutal album I've been a part of ever. At the same time, something that is like, man, this is uplifting. This is something where at the end of the day, you hear and you're like, yo, I can take on the world.
Yeah, like this is Harrison. Like, going off of that, it's like we've been touring together for like the past 2 years, and I've been in the band longer than that, and we're all very comfortable with each other, and we know what each other can do. Yeah. So we know how to push each other in the right ways to get what we want.
Yeah, we don't let each other slack off.
Yeah.
You know you can play that better, and I don't want to hear an excuse. You know,
Yeah.
my fingers hurt, and I'm like, yeah, well, we're gonna put Band-Aids on them, and you'll be fine. So
now your back's gonna hurt because you're pulling manual labor.
All right. Well, is there anything else that you guys want to put out there about the upcoming record or about the campaign that we haven't covered at this point?
Donate to it.
You will get to hear some of the most amazing music, I think, of the year. And also,
he's not biased at all.
No, of course not.
Yeah, I'm not biased at all, but I'm pretty sure you all want to know who's on the record, the special guest. So the only way to make that happen is to donate. Like I said, we're doing our part. We need you to help us with the finances.
Well, now, the last time that we talked to you guys, we probably did this question before, and I can't honestly remember the answers. But the good news is that these things tend to change over time, and it's been a few months since we talked. So as the band set for the fall, each one of you individually, what is the most un-rock and roll thing about you?
I don't think we did that last time.
Oh, good.
No,
good.
we did that.
I don't know. What do you mean unrock and roll?
Something that you find yourself doing and you're thinking, man, you know what? I'm in a band. This doesn't feel very, very cool, very rock and roll.
I watched an episode of The Office last night and I cried.
Oh,
That's probably the last episode.
that would
No,
do
it
it.
was the one where Pam and Jim got married. And
Aw.
he cuts his tie, and I was like, "Oh man!"
That was a nice tie. Well, good. That's a good one. I like that. Who else?
Donovan, you gonna go first?
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Many of you may not know. This is Joey. I have a daughter. She just turned 1, and she likes to put bows and clips and stuff in my hair when we're just sitting on the couch. So
What about your
sometimes
beard?
I have, and no, she pulls on that pretty hard.
Oh, okay.
She likes the beard, but no, she likes putting clips in my hair. So sometimes I leave the house and I've got like a bow in my hair and I don't even remember. So pretty much not rock and roll. It's definitely tape, so that looks pretty cool.
All right. Nice.
I don't know. Help me out, Harrison. Jerry, what do I do?
I don't know. Like, if do a lot of dudes like love cats or have cats as like best friends?
I mean, Steve's not really my best friend though.
Oh.
I'm not really
Okay.
I'm not really a cat person, but
But you are with Steve.
yeah, I mean, he's kind of like, he's pretty chill.
Okay.
He does this little.
He's my dog.
He's my dog. He has this cute little voice with Steve. That's not rocking.
That's it.
Oh yeah,
That's
That's
it.
it.
I baby talk my cat.
Okay. Well, now we have to hear a sample. We have to hear a sample.
Oh gosh, what do I say? to
Yeah, do it. Do it.
him?
You won't do it.
Good. I'm trying to think. No, I'm on the spot and I don't even know what I say to him.
Hello, Steve. How are you doing?
Oh no, I know. What I do.
little Stephen. That's it.
Yeah, you know what I do for real is I sing.
I
to my
do?
cat. I do sing to Steve. Like I make up like any song that's in my head, I'll replace the word with my cat's name.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
See, now I have to hear that, dude. You're just upping the ante here.
Yeah.
I got
Like
you.
I don't hear.
What do you play? What do you play, Harrison?
I hear him strumming a guitar.
That's your
No,
note. That's your
like
note.
when I-
That's your
reference.
note. That's your note.
Like when I would as soon as I walk into the door, I literally just go like, "My little Steven, yeah."
Yeah, that one takes the cake.
I love
That one
it.
takes the cake. If only me and Harrison were walking behind him and I had pink bows in my hair and Harrison was crying. That would be the only thing that would take the cake.
Definitely.
Oh, guys, that's priceless. I love it. I love it. That's fantastic. Well, guys, I appreciate you hanging out with me again and giving us an opportunity to kind of get kind of a peek into what to expect out of the new record. Does it have a title yet? I would be remiss if I didn't ask that.
I know a working title we have on right now,
Yeah.
but titles can always change. Like, but I know I think we're going with is Innocence.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I love the graphic with the apple. It looks like it's bleeding or dripping paint. I think that's fantastic. I love that.
Sick.
And
Yeah.
that has something different as well, but we'll be showing that to everybody soon.
Sounds great, guys. Well, guys, thanks again for hanging out. It's been fun, and we look forward to hearing music from the new record as soon as it's ready. And, of course, we'll have you back again once the record drops.
Awesome, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.